it's easy to turn the page after losing 2 of 3 against the New York Yankees. Why not bring in the Tampa Bay Rays into town? The Angels have played good baseball against the Rays and trying to turn things around after losing those 2 of 3 to New York. Hi, everyone, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor Rojas, along with my partner, Mark Goobs, and I mentioned the Angels' record against the Tampa Bay Rays. 2 series down in St. Petersburg, Florida this year, and the Angels thus far, as they have done throughout the last couple of years, this year, however, 4-1 to start.
Yeah, they played well down there in the Trop. Generally a place they've struggled. At home, they played extremely well against the Rays, but down there they did some things to be able to win those ball games. One game they were down 5-0, came back in there, hit some home runs, and scored some runs against this club, the Rays. A team with very good pitching and even a solid bullpen, although they have made some changes down there. But they played very well against this team here at home. Joe Madden has not had a lot of success against the Angels because of the fact it's very aggressive running against them and taking the extra base.
Well, the Angels got terrific starting pitching over the weekend against the Yankees, trying to continue that trend. Tyler Chatwood towing the slab for the Halos today, and he's coming off a terrific start against the Kansas City Royals.
And he's been exceptional when you look about his last 3 starts at home. 1 earned run each one of those games at 21 1/3 innings pitched. Big thing for me now, he's establishing the curveball early on in the ball game. His changeup, his fastball has been excellent. 90-92, but he's been able to rush it up in the zone at 94-95. Pitched well inside, above all, looks comfortable and able to go back and take that deep breath in which he's able to gather himself and keep his mechanics in line.
Well, the Rays have had a couple of changes to their lineup. No Longoria, no Upton. We're just about ready for baseball. So sit back and relax. Line up to first pitch when we return. Trade-in value guarantee. See your Hyundai dealer for details. By CarMax, now more than ever the smart choice is CarMax. And by Shakey's. Win a pizza party for 10. Go to Shakey's.com.
Oh, look at that food. No, you look at it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Gotta get Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. And by Shakey's. Win a pizza party for 10. Go to Shakey's.com. There's some good food right there.
Excellent. Could sure use some.
Yeah, no question about it. Game number 1 of the 3-game set against the Rays and the Angels. The Halos, as we said in the open, coming off a tough couple of losses against the New York Yankees. And we'll take a look at the Tampa Bay Rays lineup. This is version 3.1. We've had, 3 lineup changes already for Tampa Bay. Johnny Damon will lead things off. He's the DH. Ben Zobrist is at second base. Matt Joyce in right field. Casey Kochman, the former Halo, moves up in the lineup. No Evan Longoria. He's got a stomach bug that's going on around in the Rays clubhouse. That's why there's no B.J. Upton in the lineup as well. John Jaso moves up. He'll be doing the catching. Justin Ruggiano is the center fielder. Sam Fold has cooled off quite a bit since his hot April start. He's in left. Sean Rodriguez, another former Halos, over at third base. And Reed Brignac will bat ninth. And he will be playing shortstop. Taking on Tyler Chadwood, 3-2 with a 3.64 ERA. Mentioned that start in Kansas City. 7 2/3 scoreless against the Royals.
Boy, and he threw the ball exceptionally well in that ballgame. His fastball has been rushing up there at 95 miles an hour. Good sink on the fastball when he needs that ground ball. His curveball has been very good. Not overthrowing that pitch, which has been effective, throwing that in the strike zone. Of course, his changeup also. And changing speeds now as he gets a little bit older. A little more maturity on the mound with the fastball, doing that little BP-type fastball, learning that from Dan Herron and Jared Weaver.
You tend to forget sometimes that he is still just 21 years of age and learning in the big leagues. And we'll take a look at the defense behind him tonight. You've got Kendrick in left, Borges in center, Torrey Hunter is in right, Callaspo and Ibar on the left side of the infield, Isteris and Trumbo on the right side. And with a left-hander on the mound for the Rays, Jeff Mathis behind the plate.
And Torrey Hunter may have been struggling a little bit with the bat of late, in particular that series against the Yankees, but he's been outstanding in the outfield. 5 outfield assists this year. Saw him even go into the stands for a fly ball in that Yankee series. Been very aggressive, playing the baseball off the wall very well, and of course coming in on those sinkers in front of him.
Two very similar teams, both in third place. The Rays 4 games back in the East. The Angels 4.5 games back in the West. There's Dave Martinez, the bench coach for the Tampa Bay Rays. Apparently Joe Madden has kind of, I guess, encourage guys to kind of have shaggy hair and beards if they'd like to do. And but Dave Martinez, there's no question that beard is flat out epic.
It's comfortable looking too.
Oh, no doubt. Don't know what's going on in there. Take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Oh, go a little Def Leppard, Rock of Ages. You mentioned that Chatwood, only 21 years old. Of course, over at first base, Mark Trumbo, 2 for 2 with a big fly against David Price. So look for the youngsters to be the key to this victory today.
Now Johnny Damon, the DH, steps to the plate here to start this ball game off. He's got a 6-game hitting streak, hitting .282, 7 home runs, and 31 runs batted in as Tyler's first pitch is outside. Damon has reached safely in 31 straight games, tying him for the longest streak of his career. Last did it in 2000 as a member of the Kansas City Royals. That's right, he was once a member of the Kansas City Royals.
First-round draft pick also by the Royals.
On draft day, you bring up draft status. I like it. Nice segue.
It's all about the segue.
No question. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll talk a little bit more about the first-year player draft a little bit later on. Rick Reichert, former Angel, is going to join us in the top of the second. He was kind enough to throw out the ceremonial first pitch tonight. As Damon loops one to shallow right field and make that 32 consecutive games. Reaching safely for Johnny Damon, a flare single. And the Rays have a man on for Ben Zobrist.
Boy, over the years, Johnny Damon, although granted he has some pop in the bat, he'll have some of the oddest looking hits. Full swings to get off the end of the bat, break his bat, but he makes contact. Doesn't strike out a whole lot. Still has some pretty good wheels at first. 6 stolen bases and 7 attempts so far this year.
Ben Zobrist strolls to the plate. He's the switch hitting second baseman, hitting .259. 9 home runs, 33 runs batted in. Multi-hit games of the last 3 for Zobrist. Damon takes off. The pitch is outside. The throw down is in time, but Ibar drops the baseball. Ibar may have jammed his thumb or his wrist on Damon's slide. That ball tailing into the base runner, but clearly beating Damon. It would have been out.
A good transfer by Mathis. Good throw.
The ball sank right into the slide of Johnny Damon.
A bunt out in front of the mound. Chatwood kind of stumbles a little bit, but gets the baseball over to Trumbo. The sacrifice works as Damon advances to third. Take another look at the drop baseball by Ibar, who's been so good this year at shortening the distance between first and second base by forcing himself in front of the bag there. Just never came up with the ball cleanly.
And blocking that base, too, for the would-be base thrower to be able to get in there an easy tag with the hand.
Oh, with David Price on the mound for the Rays, the Angels bringing their infield in here with Matt Joyce at the plate. And Damon over at third. Joyce takes the breaking pitch in the dirt. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Second in the American League in batting average. Matt Joyce, yes, that Matt Joyce, hitting .348, 10 home runs, 32 runs batted in.
Still believe you can get a fastball in on his hands. He has that long swing. Every time you want to jam a hitter, and this would be the time.
Tampa native, settling in St. Petersburg, Florida, to member of the Rays. Hits one out to straightaway center field, chasing Borges back, and that's going to be deep enough to score Damon, and the Rays will take a 1-0 lead. Joyce picks up his 33rd run batted in. And the sac fly, and there are 2 outs.
But just like the Rays and the Angels both like to try to manufacture runs. Joe Madden, part of the Angel organization for years, seemed like so should be successful. That's brand of baseball. Base hit, try to steal a base, end up being successful for him. Then a bunt and a sac fly, and all of a sudden they have that 1-0 lead.
This one sliced to the left side. Callaspo cannot come up with it. Casey Kochman is on board. An error on Alberto Callaspo, his 7th of the year. It should have been the 3rd out of the inning. With the struggles that Kochman has running. An easy out. But Alberto can't come up with it. And all of a sudden, the Angels, who have been pretty good defensively. A couple of balls not being able to stick in the glove. Ibar unable to keep the baseball in the glove on the Damon slide. And now Callaspo making the error, allowing Kochman to reach. Keeping the inning alive for John Jaso, the catcher. Jaso swinging first pitch, and this one off the glove of Meiser Asturis and into center field. Kochman advances to third.
Well, these are plays that normally we're seeing, particularly in the infield, the guys make these plays. And it's a tough play on the backhand for Meiser, but a play that with those hands he generally has makes that play.
Off the end of the glove. Mathis out to make sure Chatwood remains composed. He's only thrown 10 pitches. The Rays being very aggressive here, jumping on the first pitch fastball. And it's a hit for Jaso. Still 2 outs, and here's Justin Ruggiano getting to start at center field for the ill B.J. Upton. 1 for 12 this year. Home run, 3 runs batted in. Swinging first pitch, loops one out to shallow right center field, and that falls in for a hit. The Rays have a 2-0 lead.
Boy, with David Price on the hill, you cannot afford to give extra outs and allow runs to be able to score, particularly early in the game.
Well, because of the error by Callaspo, these runs are unearned. I mean, it doesn't help the situation. It helps Chatwood. This one particular run is unearned, I should say.
Well, he elevates the fastball. Most flares into the outfield are going to be elevated fastballs or pitches up in the strike zone, but that being said, was certainly not squared up. It fell in there for a base hit.
So make that 11 pitches now thrown by Tyler. 8 strikes, 3 balls, no strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits, all perhaps totaling 300 feet. And 1 deep sacrifice fly.
Amazing thing, faced 6 batters in 11 pitches total so far.
Sam Fold, the batter, with runners at first and third. Still 2 outs. Fold got off to an incredible start for the Rays, but has since cooled. Just a .231 average now. 3 home runs, 21 driven home. Good speed as the breaking pitch is down and away.
Good idea to throw an all-speed pitch for Chatwood, a youngster on the mound. Mistakes being made in the field so far. You don't want to come back and try to throw a fastball through the catcher. Throw an all-speed pitch. More like now a pickoff over at first.
Got him. Now they had him leading. Chatwood decided not to throw the ball immediately. Kind of in a nonchalant way, Ruggiano was going towards second.
That was actually going to work that time.
This is a night game, right? Not a day game after a night game. Fold hits one out to right field, playable for Torrey. Kind of sluggish all of a sudden to start this game.
It was an off day yesterday.
Yeah. The Rays scored 2 runs. They leave 2 on. We head to the bottom of the first. Angels coming up. 2-0 Rays. Look at Mike Scioscia's lineup for this evening's game. The Angels at 30 and 31 have Maiso Sturris leading things off, playing second. Eric Ibar is playing shortstop. Bobby Brea, the DH, he's been red hot of late. Torrey Hunter has not. He's 0 for his last 17, but he's a cleanup hitter in right field. Alberto Callasco at third. Howie Kendrick in left. Mark Trumbo's at first. Jeff Mathis doing the catching. And Peter Borges will bat ninth and play center field, taking on the 25-year-old from Nashville, Tennessee, a former first overall pick. 2007 draft by the Tampa Bay Rays. Name of David Price.
David Price with above average fastball, 92 to 96. Above average slider also. Mixes in a changeup. At times, not one of his better pitches. He tries to guide that changeup through, but above all, very good fastball, aggressive with that pitch, particularly early in the ball game.
Second start of the year against the Angels. Price faced the Halos back in April 29th to be exact. St. Petersburg went 4 1/3, allowed 5 earned runs on 12 hits. Getting ahead of the count on Maiso Sturris. It's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Maiso hitting .285, 3 home runs, 16 runs batted in. The 0-2 outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sturris yesterday had a couple of hits. Ended up going 2 for 4 with a double and a single. Picked up an RBI and a sacrifice fly. Just got a piece of that one. Price coming inside. The count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Price, a 19-game winner last year for the Rays. 19-6 with a 2.72 ERA. Second in the American League in the Cy Young voting. 2-2 now.
And at times when you watch his follow through, he doesn't get over that front leg, kind of recoils, similar to what Bartolo Colon would do at times when he tries to go up the ladder with the fastball.
So lifted foul and out of play on the right side. Meister hitting .333 from the right side, .261 from the left, chasing that high fastball. It's 2-2 still. Steers 22 for 62 from this side of the plate. 2 of his 3 home runs have come from the right side. 7 of his 16 runs batted in. Shooting this one down a line but foul. 8-pitch at bat so far from Meister Steers, trying to take a page out of Derek Jeter. And over the weekend against Jared Weaver, 15-pitch at bat.
We talk about an opportunity to respond right back. No mistake in the lines. You have to score a run this inning.
That's got to be close to a record, doesn't it? To start a game, 15-pitch at bat. First batter of the game.
I can't imagine many. Wade Boggs was pretty good as far as seeing pitch and foul, but I can't imagine 15. It's a lot of strikes to throw.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So he's got a good ratio.
Yeah.
Got that going for him.
That going for him, yeah.
So David Price has thrown 10 pitches here to his Steers to 1 batter. We're talking about, what, 11 to 6 batters for Chatwood? Chopper up the line. Rodriguez has it go off his glove, and the Steers will reach. These are 2 teams that are pretty good defensively. The Rays had come in with just 29 errors. The Angels with 31 now have 32. The Steers gets a base hit on that one. We'll take a look at the defense. Fold is in left. Ruggiano in center. Joyce in right. Sean Rodriguez getting the spot start for Evan Longoria. Brignac at short. Zobin second. Kochman to first. Jaso doing the catching.
And Casey Kochman at first, but no errors so far this year. Probably the big reason why this club has been so good defensively, because he can pick up that errant throw over. Also covers a lot of ground, that first base position.
That is ridiculous. The .998 fielding percentage in his career at first base. Ibar dropping a bunt on the third base side. Rodriguez, the transfer and the throw to first retires Ibar for the first out.
And as you can see right there, just quiet feet of Kochman, able to get that high throw, stay on the base, and get that out. And we've seen him jump up on a lot of line drives. He's pretty good as far as covering a ton of ground at that first base position. Sean Rodriguez coming down, a high throw towards the runner, but Kochman makes the play and gets the foot out of the way.
9 errors in 5,186 total chances in his career at first.
Good throw to second on that 3-6-3 double play also.
So now it's the Angels' turn, sacrificing a man in a scoring position. Here's Bobby Abreu, who has been hot of late. .484 average over his last 8 games. All of a sudden he's raised that average to .292 on the season. Breaking ball bends him back. And snowballs and a strike. Bobby with 2 home runs, 25 runs batted in. A 6-game hitting streak for him.
Pretty good challenge too for Bobby. David Price's limited left-handed batters, a .149 batting average against him.
1 ball, 1 strike. The Angels coming off a series against the Yankees in which they went 5 for 28 with men in scoring position, a .179 average. On the season, in those circumstances, a .230 average. One pitch. Bobby grounds one to short. Brignac throws to first, and Abreu is retired. 2 outs. So it'll be up to Torrey Hunter with 2 outs. Torrey, as I mentioned, we're running down the lineups. 0 for his last 17. .229 on the year, 8 home runs, and 31 driven home. Well, you go back to that Memorial Day game for Torrey Hunter in Kansas City. He takes a fastball for a strike. Torrey went into that Monday game hitting .240 Went 3 for 5 with a single and the 2 home runs. Raised his average at 249. But from that point forward, it's been a struggle.
Pulling off a lot of pitches.
Just like that. It's 0-2.
Again, the advanced scouting report is going to be circulated against with your opponent is you just show in for effect and then try to get him out on fastballs and breaking pitches and changeups outside.
Cues this one off the end of the bat. The count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Meiser Asturis getting an infield single off the glove of Sean Rodriguez at third. Sacrificed to second on the bunt by Ibar. And Abreu with a ground out, so 2 outs. And Asturis over at second base. Big lead for Meiser. Torrey takes a called strike 3, and the Angels leave a man in scoring position. One of the books here at the Big A, and the Rays have a 2-0 lead. AT&T. By your Southern California Ford dealer. Visit us today and trade up to Ford. And by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants. Top of the second inning, the Rays up by the score of 2-0, and keeping with our tradition this year as far as ceremonial first pitches. Rick Reichert, former Angels outfielder, kind enough to join us in the booth here in the second inning. We saw your throw. Got to ask you, how'd you end up coming up with Joe Madden to catch your ceremonial first pitch?
Well, I think it was just a question of his having been with the Angels for many, many years, and he may have been the first choice, actually. Probably would have been a better idea for him to throw the thing up there. My tombstone's going to have he bounced the darn thing.
Hey, but it was all about the movement on the throw, though. That was the important thing for you.
We should have charged the ball, maybe. What do you think?
This ballpark, you hit the first home run at Anaheim Stadium. How has the ballpark changed for you? Obviously, it's changed drastically over the years, the different renovations, but how the ball carried back then compared to, say, how the field plays today.
I'm not so sure because I live in Florida. I'm not sure how the ball carries here, and I haven't taken any batting practice for 50 years. But in my day, it was very difficult to hit the ball out of the park. It was heavier air and so on. I'm not sure how that interfaces with what's going on today.
Yeah, because a lot of the guys have said now this ballpark's more of a pitcher's ballpark. I was just wondering the way it was open back in the time when you hit your home run here at this ballpark, but the ball didn't carry there either at that particular point.
And we played a lot of night games, and there seemed to be the same problem with the Dodgers. The ball didn't carry there.
Yeah, night games, obviously, with that damp air coming in, things tend to kind of cool off a little bit. Baseball doesn't fly a whole lot, but during the daytime, you are susceptible to the long ball. What was it like for you coming to Southern California, playing with the Angels, and spending the 6-7 years that you did here in Southern California?
Well, it was a wonderful experience. Of course, my relationship with Gene Autry was very, very intimate, and I was very close to a fellow by the name of Bob Reynolds, who was the then president of the club. He was just a wonderful human being, and fellows like Roland Heeman, who was the farm director. And we had a wonderful bunch of players, and we got along very. I ended up becoming a player rep for the team, and it was just a nice trip for me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, who were your favorite teammates at that particular point? Because you had certainly some characters on that team back in the day.
Well, one of my favorite guys was Buck Rogers, who was a catcher, a very, very smart guy. Ended up becoming a manager, of course. Bobby Knopp was a wonderful guy. Clyde Wright was my roommate. I've got some stories about him.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, I think he's had a reformation project. He's on the right track now.
That's good. Yeah, so Clyde's always said some good things about you, too. So you and Clyde were good friends over the years, then, huh?
Very good friends, yes, sir.
How about the ceremonial first pitches and all everything that the Angels are doing for the 50th anniversary? It's got to bring back some fond memories for you, not just your former roommate, Clyde Wright, Buck Rogers, but all the things that you guys went through. A different era of baseball, no question about it, compared to today.
Well, at that time, to be honest, the stepchild to the Dodgers, and we're trying to begin our own identity. The first thing that did is, of course, build this ballpark, which really helped. And now I think we're probably an equal footing with the Dodgers. They're doing a wonderful job. Artie Moreno's just done a tremendous job sort of generating interest, and the fact that he's bringing back the old ball players, the alumni. I think it's a really wonderful thing for him to do.
Yeah, so many people coming back, and this is an opportunity to be able to see all these people once again, and the fans responding to you. That's got to make you feel pretty good, though, huh?
Well, the only people who remember me are the old guys that are working in the parking lot.
Well, we like continuity here.
Yeah, there you go.
Reed Brignac with a base hit. So Johnny Damon, second time up as we play here in the second inning. Damon had a base hit at the first, a stolen base, and a run scored. You follow the Angels still on a regular basis, or you just kind of leave it behind, maybe just a Major League Baseball fan in general?
Well, I watch baseball quite religiously, but usually the last couple of months of the year. Having lived in Gainesville, Florida for 30 years, I sort of became a fan of the Atlanta Braves, and John Sherholz was a very, very good friend of mine. And now, of course, with Tampa Bay just a couple hours away. But I do watch the Angels, and I'm a very big fan of Mike Scioscia, and, of course, I've always embraced what Artie Moreno has done with his club.
And you mentioned your relationship with Gene Autry. Can you explain how great of an owner he was? Because I was fortunate enough to be able to meet him early part of my career. He seemed to be a guy where all the players just, and he kept saying you win one for the Cowboy. That type of guy and that kind of relationship you had with Gene Autry.
Well, I think in a way we were his children, because I think he and Ina and Jackie never had children of their own. And we sort of looked at him as a father figure. I can never remember one moment, and I spent a lot of time with Gene, where I felt as if there wasn't some kind of a mutual love between the two of us, and the other players for that matter. He was just a wonderful guy. I never saw him mad. It was just one of those situations where you felt very, very comfortable around the man at all times.
And then, of course, spring training in Palm Springs. How was that like? You see now, obviously it's either Florida or Arizona, but Palm Springs, was that a good place to go, that spring training?
Knock it off, Mark. I know where you're going with this.
I just wonder if I was there.
Well, I was single about 95% of my major career in Palm Springs. We actually got moved from Palm Springs to Holtville, El Centro, because Palm Springs was just too rich for our blood, I think.
Mark never asks leading questions when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's not a fan of Dean Chances either.
Did you watch that?
He's my man. Dean Chance is my best friend in baseball.
Oh, he's the best. I mean, every time we always have fun with every trivia question seems to be the answer. I said, Dean Chance, it has to be him. He's one of the all-time greats.
You're drooling.
Yes.
Well, we lost his bib. I personally got him a bib for him from the team shop, and he's not wearing it.
Well, Dean is president of the International Boxing Association, so you need to attend one of his events.
Yes, no question about it.
There's the look right there.
There he is, my man.
I got to ask you, though, when you walked in, Norm Peters, our statistician, world-famous Norm Peters, you guys know each other.
Oh, my God.
Everybody knows Norm.
It's like, why didn't he throw out the first pitch? Come on.
I mean, Norm knows everybody because he was Abraham Lincoln's nursepaper man. I mean, that's how old Norm.
But he hasn't changed. That's not fair.
No, I know. It's great genetics.
Those good old Wisconsin boys.
There you go.
Oh, man. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Tyler Chadwick. Zobrist takes that pitch down low. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Do you like the way, the direction that baseball has gone over the years?
In a way, I'm sort of old school, and I think what's happened as far as the hitting is concerned, I think the balls have changed. I think the strike zone has changed. It was much higher. It was the bottom of the armpits, now it's sort of the waist. I think in that context, it's really helped the hitters. I think in that context, it's helped the fans. It makes it more exciting. But, of course, the expansion, the proliferation of the money and so on has gotten sort of, I'm very envious. But by the same token, I'm glad I played when I did.
Oh, Rick, we certainly appreciate your time. Nice job throwing out that ceremonial first pitch, and great seeing you as always.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
Rick. I appreciate
Thanks for joining us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tyler Chatwood picking up 3 strikeouts. The Angels still down 2-0. To lead things off against David Price. And our thanks to Mr. Reichert for coming in and enduring the 7 to 10 minutes that he had to sit with us.
Oh, that was good.
Good guy. Great guy. Cayaspo, Kendrick, and Trumbo against Price here in the second inning. Price had a strikeout. That was of Torrey Hunter looking to end the first inning with Meister Sturis at second. Alberto hitting .305 with 3 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Chops this one foul up the line. It's quickly in the hole, and no balls, 2 strikes. Cayaspo's hit the Rays pretty good this year, 7 for 16. 5 games that have been played so far. Angels 4-1 against the Rays this season, and have played the Rays very good here at home since 2006, a 14-5 record. There's Joe Madden, former bench coach for Mike Scioscia. This is a little chopper on the right side. Zobrist comes charging in, and Cayaspo is retired for the first out. Fans, the next Wells Fargo Big Bang Fridays this Friday when the Angels take on the Kansas City Royals at 7:05 p.m. Come out and enjoy a spectacular postgame fireworks show. Purchase your tickets today at the Angels Stadium ticket office or online at angels.com. One out, nobody on for Howie Kendrick. Howie takes up and away. Howie's still looking for that first hit. He's coming off the DL.
And that's always a difficult thing when you come back. We didn't have a lot of live hitting. You take all the batting practice and soft toss and hit in the cages you want, but until you get that live pitching, be consistent and square the ball up. Squared that ball pretty well. We're right at the shortstop.
2 very quick outs for David Price. Here comes Mark Trumbo. Trumbo with a 7-game hitting streak, raising his average to 262. 1-for-4 game yesterday with a home run as he takes a strike.
As I recall down in Tampa, fastball by David Price, he turned on that one, hit that out to left field. It got out in the second. I see a curveball first pitch there.
This one bounced over to Rodriguez at third base. Just like that, David Price has a 1-2-3 inning. 2 in the books. Rays still up 2-0. SportsWest.com/Angels. Log on to catch Joe McDonald's chat with Mike Scioscia about catchers blocking the plate. And be sure to vote on the Angels poll question. Who is the best #1 draft pick ever? #1 overall draft pick ever? Ken Griffey Jr., Chipper Jones, or Alex Rodriguez?
Oh, that's a pretty tough call.
Yeah. There's never been an overall #1 pick elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame. As Matt Joyce takes a breaking ball for a strike.
That'll change with those 3 guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Ken Griffey Jr. will be eligible here in a couple of years. 1 ball, 1 strike on to Matt Joyce. Had a sacrifice fly in the first inning, picking up his 33rd run batted in. David Price, a former #1 overall pick. Joyce bounces this one foul, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, with Ken Griffey Jr., I'm going to vote for him on that one. I helped
of those 3 guys?
Yeah, I'm going to help him get into the Hall of Fame. I did my best.
Well, you are a giving guy.
Yes, I mean, I could have struck him out every time, but why would you want to do that? I got to get somebody in there for that first pick.
There's no doubt. Strikeouts are fascist, as they say. As Trumbo takes that one by himself. And there's out #1. Speaking of the first-year player draft, the Angels had a pick in the first round. C.J. Cron out of the University of Utah, the son of Chris Cron, former big leaguer. 17th overall, big first baseman, 6'4", a lot of power, can hit for average.
Reports are the best raw power in the draft. Big guy, power.
He had 15 home runs for the Utes. That's not a My Cousin Vinny reference either.
It isn't?
No, Kochman takes the hit by pitch. But that being said, 15 home runs with that modified bat that they're using in college nowadays.
Yeah, that BB core bat that they use in college and high school baseball. Trust me, that baseball does not go off that bat real well anymore. You have to square it up like a wood bat. So they're legit home runs. Looking forward to seeing him. We'll probably be here when and if he gets signed. See what type of power he has. Especially when you're coming out of the college level, you might be up there quicker than you think.
College first baseman. Talked to my brother who runs the minor leagues for the Detroit Tigers, and he was in their draft room. We talked to him. He came out of it, and I asked him about CJ's. This one's bounced over to second. Asturias to Ibar, relay to first. Should be an inning-ending double play, and it is. And my brother said this guy has legit power, and he's talking about C.J. Crow. We head to the bottom of the third. Halos down 2-0. We got to do a game from down there again.
Rumor has it before too long we will be doing that.
It was the Rockies were in town last year when we were down there.
Yep.
You crushed, what was it, like that big salad?
Oh, it was good.
In between innings. I mean, that's incredible.
Well, there's never a bad time to have that, spinach leaves and everything all over your teeth when you're on camera. It's a good look.
Yeah. You could pull it off. Well, they've got sausages down there. Doobie's favorite. 8-9-1 for the Halos here. Down 2-0. Mathis, Borges, and Asturias. David Price coming off a 1-2-3 second inning. 1 strikeout, no walks, 1 hit allowed. Mathis hitting .204 with a home run, 9 runs batted in. Had the day off yesterday with Hank Conger getting to start. An 0-for-3 Saturday with a sac fly. 0-for-3 with a walk on Friday. Hits this one out toward right center field. And moving over is Matt Joyce. He'll make the catch. And there's out number 1.
Price throwing a ton of strikes. He's thrown 29 pitches in the game so far. 24 have been in the strike zone.
Started off the game with an 11 pitch at bat to Meister Asturias, which resulted in that infield base hit.
I was looking back and trying to remember some at bats where a guy would foul off a lot of pitches. Alex Cora one game for the Dodgers, I think, had like a 20 or 21 pitch at bat, and I think he had a home run finally at the end of that at bat.
Alex Cora. He got you too?
No.
Oh.
No.
That was someone else pitching.
No. There's no way I was throwing that many strikes. Trust me, 20 pitchers, no way.
Borges hitting .244 on the year. Has the count evened up on him at 1-1. Peter with 3 home runs, 13 runs batted in, 8 doubles, 6 triples. 1-for-3 game yesterday. Picked up a stolen base. Fouls this one back, and it's 1-2.
That's a good swing, though, by Peter Borges there. It's a short, compact swing. That's what he has to try to do. Hits that ball well. That is a chance to go to the right center field. Don't chase pitches out of the strike zone. Now, when you're behind the count, obviously that changes. You got to be in fight mode as far as putting the ball in play. But look for a fastball that you could do some damage to.
Borges lifts one in the air to shallow left. Fold comes in. And the left fielder will make the catch for out number 2. Fans, the Halos host the Rays tomorrow at 7:05. All fans in attendance will receive the Angels Newsboy hat that everyone's been craving, courtesy of Fox Sports West. Make your plans to visit the Big A and purchase your tickets at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com. Dan Hare is scheduled to get to start tomorrow night, going up against Alex Cobb. And then on Wednesday, James Shields against Jared Weaver. Asturias takes a strike Meister with that base hit in the first inning. The only hit for the Angels was stranded in scoring position. It's no balls, 2 strikes.
And Price getting that curveball over early in the game. That's an important pitch for him. If he falls into just relying on the fastball, which is a good one, he becomes more hittable. You mentioned that game earlier down in Tampa where he allowed his career high as far as hits in a game. Got some of those fastballs up in the strike zone, had a tough time commanding his curveball.
Count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. "37 pitches, 30 strikes." Broken bat. Out to shallow right. Zobrist can't handle it. It falls inwards. Meister Sturz picks up his second hit of the game. This one got out to the outfield grass, though. So it's a 2-out knock. Brings up Eric Ibar.
It looked like Zobrist was going to get this fly ball off the bat of Meister Sturz. Jumping up. It looked like when he jumped up, maybe too early when he came down on the foot, it looked like he hit off the glove right there. It jarred it away. A break, possibly.
Ibar had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning, so no official AB for him. And he looks at his strike. Eric has swung the bat well from the left side of the plate this year. A 344 average, but from the right side, just a 219 average. Although 2 of his 3 home runs have come from the right side. Has 3 doubles as well. Rodriguez playing deep at third, guarding the line a little bit. That's down and in. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. The Rays with a couple of runs in the first inning on 3 hits. Nothing scorched. The first run coming in on the sac fly by Joyce. The other on a base hit by Justin Ruggiano, a flare into shallow right center field. One 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But generally, when you see a pitcher who can throw the fastball 92 to 96, he's going to have pitches out of the strike zone. But so far in this game, David Price has been consistently hitting those spots, whether it's inside, outside, up and down in the strike zone, be able to throw the curveball in for strikes. 41 pitches, 33 strikes.
Throw over. Sturz doesn't have a very big lead.
Price does have 1 pickoff this year, 3 last season. He's been successful 7 of 9 attempts against him.
Both the Angels and the Rays having lost 6 of their last 10 games. And Ibar goes down swinging to end the inning. Second strikeout of the game for David Price. 3 in the books. The Rays still on top 2-0. California. Rays on top, however, 2-0 to start the fourth. We'll take a look at our AT&T trivia question for this evening. Which U.S. Navy veteran of the D-Day invasion 67 years ago today won 10 World Series as a player? First pitch swinging is Justin Ruggiano. Hits one out toward left center field. Borges and Kendrick. Howie Kendrick will make the call in the catch. One pitch and one out. Well, we know it wasn't Norm, because he didn't play Major League Baseball.
Wouldn't you think it has to be somebody on the New York Yankees?
Whitey Ford. Sam Fuld takes a strike. Whitey had a lot of rings.
Yeah, that's good. Joe DiMaggio? I don't think so.
Was he a Navy guy?
I remember Ted Williams was in the Air Force. I remember that. Flying planes.
Yep.
It's a tough trivia question tonight.
Can't all be softball questions about Dean Chance. Fuld slaps one down a left field line, and that is going to be foul.
Why not?
1 ball, 2 strikes. Because it would certainly appease you, but
yes,
bore the living daylights out of everybody else. Oh, it's all about you, isn't it?
No, it's about Dean Chance. Can I get on his good side, Rick? Didn't think I liked him all that much. Me and Dean are close.
You guys bonded, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Yes, there's no question.
Is he blowing up your cell now?
Yeah, he's still laughing at my ERA as an Angel, though. But I said that was a mistake by them.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Fuld. Sean Rodriguez to follow. Tyler Chapman with 3 strikeouts, 4 hits allowed. Fuld takes a called strike 3. There's that 2-seam fastball. Boy, Tyler, as he continues the maturation process in the big leagues, he establishes that pitch to left-handed hitters at 94, 95 miles an hour. He's going to be absolutely
tremendous
filthy.
Movement. Not only location, but the movement at the end, and comfortable going inside on big league hitters. That's the thing. It's always difficult for a young pitcher to have the confidence to throw inside, because if you make a mistake inside, that ball is going to be crushed. But he's willing to take that chance with that type of movement. Why not?
Bouncing that fastball to Sean Rodriguez, who struck out looking in the second, so he's 0 for 1. 3rd round pick in 2003. Grounds this one to the left side. Callaspo is able to reach for, throws off balance, and Tyler has himself a 1-2-3 frame. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Abreu, Hunter, Callaspo coming up down 2-0. Pollo Loco. Now for only $5 at El Pollo Loco, get one of our 5 tasty combos. They are the combos other combos wish they could be. Catch them before they are gone. And by Time Warner Cable. 3, 4, and 5 for the Angels here in the bottom of the 4th inning, down 2-0. David Price has looked solid. 2 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, both to Meistersters. That a stretch in which he retired 7 in a row. 8 in a row if you count the sacrifice bunt by Ibar. But he'll face Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter, and Alberto Callaspo here. And yes, Bobby Abreu was once a Tampa Bay Devil Ray. Expansion pick from the Houston Astros. The first pitch is a breaking ball outside. Bobby 0 for 1. He grounded to short for the first inning.
That's a pretty good pickup by the Phillies there.
Yeah. Talked about that trade before. Kevin Stocker going to the Rays in exchange for Bobby Abreu. It's kind of a one-sided deal.
Stocker, a good utility guy, good infielder, very good glove, contact hitter.
2 balls and a strike. We haven't given the umpires any love today. Wally Bell calling the balls and strikes. Laz Diaz at first, Scott Berry at second, John Hirschbeck over at third, one of our best crews. This one down the left field line. Rodriguez snags it before it gets down the line and toward the corner. And there's the first down of the inning. Go back to our AT&T trivia question. A doozy tonight. Which U.S. Navy veteran of the D-Day invasion won a record 10 World Series as a player? Yogi.
Yogi. Boy, he's always fun to talk to. He's an unbelievably nice guy.
Imagine Yogi in the Navy. Torrey's 0 for 1, struck out looking in the first. No balls, 2 strikes here on Torrey. .96 miles an hour from David Price.
Well, didn't miss by a lot in that inside corner either. And that's the pitch that Torrey's going to want him to try again. If he can get it a little bit further away, he's got a chance of hitting it.
Two. Breaking ball hit out to the alley in right center field. And that is going to roll all the way to the wall. There's that patented Torrey Hunter swing. A double with 1 out here in the 4th. Torrey's 9th double of the year.
And that's the type of swing that can get Torrey going once again. Going the other way. Tries to pull that baseball. That's going to be a ground ball right to shortstop. Kind of a hanging breaking pitch, but it was away and stayed with it. Get that front shoulder tucked in very well. Good balance and good contact with the good part of the bat.
I mean, almost a textbook 2-strike approach for Torrey, for any hitter for that matter. Looking fastball, reacting to the breaking pitch. Now let's see if Alberto Callaspo can plate him with 1 out here. Takes the breaking ball down and in. Callaspo grounded out in the 2nd inning, so he's 0 for 1.
Like we talked to Torrey before that game in Kansas City, in which he hit those 2 home runs. Just wants to get back to his normal swing. He doesn't call himself a home run hitter. He was trying to be able to carry the club by doing so, hitting home runs and driving in the runs. But the bottom line is he's a good gap-to-gap type hitter. When he gets back to that approach, then you'll get the home runs.
Callaspo lifts a fly ball to center field. It's playable for Ruggiato. Still going back. Torrey will tag and advance to third base. But now there are 2 outs. Howie Kendrick stepping up. Howie 0 for 1. He lined one sharply to the shortstop, Brignac. for the second inning, so he's 0 for 1.
He's got great career batting average against the Rays, 441. Of course, also coming into game in 385 against David Price.
Price opting to work for the full windup here. Delivers a breaking pitch down low. First base runner of the Angels have gotten over to third base. But it's going to take one of those 2-out hits to bring him home. Howie's ahead of the count at 2 balls and no strikes with Mark Trumbo on deck. 1-out double by Torrey Hunter, advancing to third on the flyout by Callaspo. Two and one.
An off-speed pitch. 2-0 and a fastball count, open base. Now with all that success against the Rays and David Price. Shook off an off-speed pitch, coming with a fastball.
Fouled off to the right. Count now even at 2-2. Jaso's going to go out and talk things over. Nice play by a fan in the seats. Brought his glove. Very economical motion, too, for David Price for a tall pitcher. Keeps the hands down low. Doesn't waste a whole lot of time, a lot of energy. Jammed it.
Real quiet over the pitching rubber. A lot of times when you're a tall pitcher like that, you have a lot of motion. Glove flying, shoulder can fly open, high leg kicks, but he keeps himself compact pretty well over that pitching rubber. Well, you see, look at his stats, he only has one wild pitch. Stays within himself, don't overthrow too often.
Fouled back over the screen. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So here's a perfect illustrator of how a tall pitcher can stay compact, not particularly high leg kick, but is able to have that hip turn, but keep that front toe pointed down to keep that balance. A lot of times a tall pitcher will swing that lead leg and all of a sudden you lean back and you're off balance. And then all of a sudden you try to play catch up with your arm instead of just staying compact like he has been able to do.
Strikes out Kendrick. The Angels leave another man in scoring position. We've played 4 here at the Big A, and the Rays still on top 2-0. They got 2 runs in the first, 1 earned run. Tyler Chatwood certainly settled down nicely. 4 strikeouts for him. The 4 hits allowed. No walks, 1 hit batter. Got Casey Kochman in the 3rd inning. but then ended up getting a double play ball from John Jaso. Reed Brignac, Johnny Damon, and Ben Zobrist here against Tyler, who's thrown just 44 pitches now. 30 have been strikes. This one out toward the alley in right center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Torrey cuts it off nicely. Brignac going to stop at first with a long single. Sturris throwing behind Brignac there, but he was able to get back to the bag, so it's a leadoff single.
Brignac coming in the game hit 167, has 2 of the hits so far for the Rays.
Second time in the game in which the Rays have gotten their leadoff man on board. Damon did it in the first inning with a base hit to right. Johnny 1 for 2. Base hit, a stolen base, and a run scored. He's also struck out. Evens accounted the ball on a strike. Remember that stolen base that Damon picked up was courtesy of Ibar, unable to handle the throw from Mathis. Throw was in time. Damon was in safely because of the drop baseball. Sacrificed a third on the bunt and scored on the sac fly. This one lifted in the air to center, playable for Borges. Brignac backpedaling back to first base. And 1 out. Hey, Sunday on Fox Sports West, join Tom Brokaw for Boys in the Hall, the personal stories of some of baseball's greatest legends. This week, it's Frank Robinson. Boys in the Hall, Sundays, presented by Sedway, where winners eat. Here's Ben Zobrist. Chatwood bouncing that pitch out in front of the plate.
Nice job by Jeff Mathis keeping that ball in front of him. Chatwood overthrew that breaking pitch. Chatwood's been very good throughout this entire game as far as working that strike zone, throwing all his pitches tonight.
Two balls and no strikes. 0 for 1 with that sac bunt, a punch out. The Rays as a team 11th in batting average at .243. No Evan Longoria, no BJ Upton tonight. There's a strike, 2-1. Longoria was slated to be in the lineup. BJ Upton was never in the original lineup, but ended up getting scratched about 30 minutes before game time.
Neither one of them in the dugout, maybe sent back to the hotel. You see that a lot in spring training, in which guys get sick and all of a sudden the entire team gets the flu or stomach virus.
Good pickoff, move, and throw.
Remember, we saw that last year in Texas towards the end of the season where a number of their players got sick. That virus went through the entire clubhouse. Guys getting sick, guys missing some time.
Hit and run is on. To throw down for Mathis is high, and there's nothing that Ibar could do there. A throw on the bag probably gets Brignac, who picks up his first stolen base of the year.
Pretty good pitch to be able to throw also for Mathis. Just sailed on him. And the transfer from the glove to the throwing arm.
Jeff now 5 for 30 and throwing out would-be base stealers. Man in scoring position with 1 out. 2 ball, 2 strike count here on Zobrist. Matt Joyce on deck. It's a full count. It's the first 3-ball count that Chadwood had in this game. The Rays have been very aggressive, especially early in the game. Jumping on fastballs early in the count, not really squaring them up. Joyce did, though, on that sac fly in the first inning. The time is called at the last minute. Chadwood had started his leg kick.
I'm a real big fan of that when a time's called when the pitcher's going through his motion like that. Tyler Chatwood was not real happy about that also.
Three-2, Lawson. First walk issued by Chatwood. It comes with 1 out here in the 5th. Brings up Joyce with 2 men on. Joyce pointed out 348 average coming to this game. Percentage points slightly behind Jose Bautista, the Toronto Blue Jays. Good off-speed pitch. Snowballs in 1 strike.
Real good motion on that changeup too for Chatwood. Joyce was reading fastball because of that good motion, but the grip of the pitch took away the velocity.
One ball, 1 strike. Joyce with 10 home runs this season. He had 10 home runs all of last year, 77 games. One and two.
What a great location, that fastball. So far a changeup, curveball, now fastball at 94 on the outside corner.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Brignac with a leadoff single and a stolen base stands at second. Zobrist with a walk stands over at first. Both starting pitchers have been very good. Breaking ball chopped over to second. Should be an inning-ending double play. And it is. Second of the game turned by the Angels defensively as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Tampa still up 2-0. Rays up 2-0. You know, today, in Angels history, the Rally Monkey made its debut.
I did not know that.
Yeah, 2000. It's the San Francisco Giants.
Wow, that became big in 2002 against them also.
Halo scored runs in the last 4 innings, gave Rob Nen his first blown save.
Wow, you got some serious information.
That's what happens when you read the scoreboard in between innings on occasion. There's Mark Trumbo, takes a strike to start this inning off. Trumbo, Matheson, Borges against David Price. Marco for one. He chopped one over to third in the second inning. 0-1. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Price 4 innings, 3 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits allowed. 1-2 now. Tyler Chadwick, 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 5 hits allowed, 2 runs, 1 earned.
Price to Trumbo, a changeup there. What do you like about Mark Trumbo? His ability to think his way through. You see him up there after that changeup. He's trying to convince himself what is he going to look for now. Probably something away, even though it could have been a curveball or a changeup or a fastball, but he was looking away. He was able to fight off a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. For a young hitter, he does have a plan up there. He may swing and miss on occasion, but he definitely has a good fight in that batter's box.
2 balls, 2 strikes. A little bit of a delay prior to that pitch because the scoreboard had the count at 1-2, so Trumbo was just making sure that he knew what the count was. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he got him swinging. Fastball down and away. And that is strikeout number 4 for David Price. And one of the most affordable ways to see the Halos play is with the JetBlue Friends and Family Pack. This deal includes 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $44. The next Friends and Family Fun Pack games are Friday and Sunday against Kansas City. Purchase your tickets. Just visit the Angels Stadium ticket office or log on to angels.com/funpack. Jeff Mathis takes a strike. Mathis hit a fly ball to right field leading off the 3rd inning, so he's up for 1. One ball, 2 strikes.
Well, he's not afraid to go inside on that fastball when he's ahead of the count. On at least 3 occasions when he was ahead 0-2, he's going fastball inside against right-handed batters.
2-2.
Usually after back-to-back, he'll try to go something off speed. He's going to go that sinker. All speed away.
Got him looking. So back-to-back strikeouts. Actually, if you go back to the end of the 4th inning, it's 3 consecutive punch-outs for David Price.
Well, he has real good feel for that 2-seam fastball there. After a couple 4-seam fastballs inside, that 2-seamer. Very comfortable with that pitch.
No balls and a strike on Borges. Hit a fly ball to left field in the 3rd. So he's 0 for 1. Price is on his game. To his credit, Tyler Chadwick on his game as well. Not helped out by the defense in the 1st inning.
Probably could escape with no runs allowed, period, in that first inning if some plays were made. Only 0-2 once again. See if he goes back inside with the fastball.
Moving the feet a little bit, perhaps setting up for that two-seamer on the outside part of the plate. Borges foul tips one. Jaso hangs on to it. And then David Price has just struck out the side. We played 5 here at the Big A. Rays still have a 2-0 lead.
Sixth inning now. It's time for the Coors Light Breeze Cam. The Diamond Club and a lot of good food tonight and every night. Just looking forward to at some point going down there doing a game at a Diamond Club to get a better view. Boy, look at that food grilled right there in front of that youngster. And that was our Coors Light Breeze Cam, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
Casey Kochman to lead things off here in the 6th inning. Halos down 2-0. Kochman reached on the air by Kayaspa the first inning. Was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. 0 for 1. Good off-speed pitch there. And Tyler ahead of the count at no balls, 2 strikes. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk for Tyler.
Chatwood very good as far as getting that double play when he needs it. Already 2 in this game so far.
They go off speed, down and away, and all of a sudden fastball at 94 up in the strike zone. Getting hitters off balance, throwing some strikes. Second straight started, which you like the strikeout to walk ratio for Tyler Chatwood. Jams Kochman here, flares it foul into the seats. That was one of the early problems for Tyler as he got to the big leagues. A lot of walks, a lot of pitches early on.
And what you're seeing at Tyler Chatwood, too, not only is very good stuff, but he has a little bit of a mean streak in him. He's attacking the strike zone.
Out toward left center field, tailing back towards Howie. He'll make the catch for out number 1.
And even when Matt Joyce stepped out in the middle of that throw, he was staring at him, which I like. For a young pitcher, aggressive on the mound, throwing inside with that fastball, and now using his changeup and his curveball and fastball counts. Very tough competitor. You don't see that often of a young pitcher like him.
John Jaso takes a strike. Jaso 1 for 2 with a base hit in the first inning, a double play ball in the 3rd. Like Jason really gets down in that crouch as he pulls that one foul. He's almost in the Phil Plantier territory.
Exactly. I was just going to think that, and Plantier was the guy that And all of a sudden, with that type of movement, you would think very difficult to catch up to a good fastball that's elevated. Jaso's hit in 8 double plays this year. So he's a guy that gets up and he wants the ball down in the strike zone. He is susceptible to fastballs up like that.
But Phil Blantier just got lower and lower as his career wore on.
Some serious lift and separate.
Jam shot toward the hole, and that's a base hit to left. Another great pitch by Tyler Chatwood. But it's a 1-out single by Jaso, his second hit of the game. Puts a man off for Justin Ruggiano. Ruggiano originally in the Dodgers system, a 25th round pick in 04 out of Texas A&M. He got traded to the Rays back in 2006. The old Mark Hendrickson, Toby Hall trade. Down in Navarro, part of that deal as well. Remember Jaso, the pitcher?
That's right.
Yeah. Also in that deal.
Deanna Navarro back with the Dodgers now.
Good fastball there, just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner goes. This one's fouled back over the screen. So the Rays, we've seen now, what, 3 times? The hit and run, at least trying to get something going. It's a team that has gone 1-4 in the month of June. The Angels 1-3. And as I pointed out when we started this game, you see Joe Madner, the skipper. These teams pretty similar. Both pretty good starting pitching. Their offense has been kind of sputtering along a little bit. Pitch down to the dirt. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Both pretty solid defensively. They're both trying to create opportunities to score. In Tampa, with this early lead at 2-0, they have that opportunity to be able to take chances as far as hit and runs, even with the guys that don't necessarily make a good contact for you so far this year, but it's worked so far.
A full count. See if Jason takes off with the pitch with 1 out here. Sam Fuld is on deck, the left fielder. Jaso goes. The 3-2 is hammered to deep left field. Howie going back, pulls up. And that is a 2-run home run for Justin Ruggiano, his second of the season. It is 4-0 Rays.
Boy, you got a fastball there, 3-2 count. Chadwick challenged him with the fastball. Ruggiano hit that ball out in a hurry to left field. Right down the heart of the play with running action, no doubter.
Breaking ball is into Fuld. Fuld 0 for 2 with a fly ball to right and a strikeout. No pressure put on the starting pitching again with the offense unable to get any runs across against David Price. This one's rolled over to second. 2 outs. Tyler's been up to that challenge. Just made a mistake there. Sixth home run that Tyler's allowed this season. John Rodriguez takes a breaking ball for a strike. Ruggiano 3 runs batted in this game. Came into this ball game 1 for 12 on the year with 3 RBIs. He's doubled that up. A couple of swings of the bat and an RBI single in the first.
The 2 guys that have been struggling offensively this year for the Rays have done the most damage. Ruggiano with 2 hits, including that 2-run home run. Brignac with a couple hits and a stolen base, his first of the season.
Rodriguez looping one down the right field line. Long run for Trumbo, and he can't get it. Bounds into the seats. Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Gets Rodriguez on the breaking pitch. Mathis will throw on the first to complete the strikeout. That'll end the inning, but the Rays get 2 runs courtesy of Justin Ruggiano's second blast of the year. We head to the bottom of the 6th, and the Rays lead it 4-0. From your smartphone with Quick Deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. The Rays on top 4-0 as we start the bottom of the 6th inning. The Angels have the top of the order coming up. Izturis, Ibar, and Abreu, but facing a tough left-hander, David Price, who has fanned the last 4 consecutive hitters. He's got 6 strikeouts overall. And he's allowed 3 hits, no walks. Meister Izturis 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Drops a bunt out in front of the mound. Price will retire him easily, and there is out number 1.
Price fields his position very well. Also bounced off the mound there. Very difficult to get a bunt down the third base line against a left-handed pitcher who's going to fall that way naturally.
Kind of helps too the fact that he threw a breaking ball in that situation. Got the read of Izturis shortening up on the bat and jumped off the mound very quickly. There's Eric Ibar, who had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning, struck out swinging in the third. One ball, no strikes. He evens a count of 1 ball, 1 strike now. The Angels have had a couple of opportunities in this game to get on the board, especially down 2-0 in the first inning. 0 for 4 men in scoring position. Ibar went through that pitch, and it's 1-2. He's got some good fuzz on the fastball tonight.
Yeah, 95, 96 consistently inside. When he has that look tonight, it's going to be a difficult task. You just try to get him out of his rhythm if you can right now. Not wasting any time.
Bouncer over the mound. The shortstop Brignac's got it. And Ibar is retired for out of 2. Hey folks, this July, baseball's biggest stars will gather together in the Arizona desert for one spectacular night of the summer's biggest event, as Fox brings you every thrilling moment of the 2011 MLB All-Star Game. Coverage begins Tuesday, July the 12th, live from Phoenix at 5 p.m. Pacific only on Fox. Two up and 2 down for the Angels here in the 6th inning. Here's Bobby Abreu. Bobby's grounded to short and lined out softly to Sean Rodriguez at third. Takes down and away for ball 1. Abreu ahead of the count at 2 balls and no strikes. Bobby hitting one high, sort of deep to the center. Playable for Ruggiano, who'll make the catch. The Angels go down in order. That's 8 in a row. Retired by Price. The Rays still on top. Nothing. Tyler Chatwood back out there. 6 innings so far, 4 runs, 3 earned. 5 strikeouts and 1 walk. He'll be facing 9, 1 and 2. Brignac, Damon, and Zobrist. Brignac with a couple of base hits tonight. He's 2 for 2. Only one other game that is still ongoing in the American League, short schedule. The Blue Jays and the Royals in the bottom of the 11th. That game tied at 2. This was bunted up the third base line. Chadwood will just put it in his pocket. Brignac with a leadoff bunt single. And again, with Cayaspo playing deep at third base, there's a lot of guys have been bunting on him. He's going to give it to him. They're going to take it.
Playing way back at third. There's nothing Chatwood could do on that one. A good idea is to hold on to that baseball. If you throw that ball, the only thing you're going to do is throw that ball away.
Never quite understood it either from a leadoff standpoint. As Damon shoots one to center, playable for Borges as he comes in on the sinking liner, makes the catch for the first out. But just to make my point on the third baseman, you got a guy at the plate, Brignac. Number one, a left-handed batter. Number two, a guy that's got decent speed. Number three, he's just trying to get on base somehow. Why you would be playing back at third base, whether it's Alberto Cayaspo or any third baseman, is beyond me. What's the difference? If he's going to slap something by you, he's either going to do it whether you're at the cut of the grass or back 5 or 6 feet.
Especially with a guy struggling with his batting average, he's probably pulling off the baseball. So if he does hit the ball that way, it's going to be off the end of the bat, and you're going to have to come in anyhow on the baseball.
Zobrist takes that pitch in the dirt. It's the first 3-hit game for Reed Brignac this season. 7th of his career. Tyler now at 86 pitches. He's thrown 58 strikes. Zobrist is 0 for 1. Sack, bunt, a strikeout, and a walk. A couple of pitches in the dirt, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. And during this at bat, Alberto Cayaspo playing near the cut of the grass. Halos have action in their bullpen. Hisanori Takahashi, the left-hander. You got Matt Joyce on deck. Two and one. Good fastball, good life still for Tyler.
Exactly. It is 87th pitch. Good velocity and good movement at 93.
It's also a good way if Mike Scioscia were to go to the bullpen with Takahashi to kind of limit the youngsters' innings, the pitch count in the big leagues this year. Down 4-0. This one chopped it. Trumbull with a diving stop to the backhand feeds. Chadwood, they retire Zobrist for out number 2 as Brignac advances to second base.
Trumbull's done a nice job at first base. Aggressive. He's holding on the base runner, gets off the base quickly, and then dives full extension, makes the play, and then a good flip feed over to Chatwood to be able to get that out of first base.
So 2 outs now. Brignac at second. Here's Matt Joyce. Tyler getting the opportunity here to get through 7. And that is hammered at deep right field. Torrey's going to pull up and play this one off the wall. Joyce rounding first, trying to go to second. Strong throw for Torrey. They got him. The run counts. But Torrey Hunter guns down Matt Joyce to end the inning. But Joyce picks up his second RBI of the game. He now has 44 on the year. People at some point are going to stop running on Torrey. At the end of the 7th, bottom of the 7th, it's 5-0 Rays. a no-hitter, and one of the most inspirational stories in all of sports.
You know, I was born differently. I was born missing my right hand. And I do think that it provided an ambition and a drive to do well.
There's nothing that Jim cannot do and do well. Seeing him compete was special.
That acceptance, I think it drove me.
The bottom of the 7th. Halo's down 5-0. It was great getting a chance to spend time with Jim Abbott this weekend. Mike Witt, Dean Chance, Rick Reichert tonight.
It's been great.
Yeah.
Jim Abbott.
The Candyman.
Best.
Candyman's going to be here on Wednesday.
Oh.
John Candelaria.
Wait for that one. They asked about that rivalry, too, over the years in Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Philly.
They had the sweet unis back then. Torrey Hunter takes outside from David Price to start the bottom of the 7th. 5-0 Rays. Great play by Torrey Hunter to throw out Matt Joyce. We've seen that now a number of times. Torrey throwing out would-be base runners trying to advance to an extra base.
We talked about that in the beginning, how well he plays that baseball off the wall. He knew he had no chance to be able to catch that. It was going to come off that wall hard. He got himself in great throwing position to make that perfect throw to second base.
Two balls and one strike.
Off the wall, perfect position. He already has his body turned to be able to make that throw. One hopper into Eric Ibar to get Joyce at second base. He's already anticipating that bounce off the wall.
Well, Ibar plays shortstop near the bag, flying tags. Reckless abandon.
Eric Ibar plays the game the right way. Hard, aggressive.
2-2. Torrey fouls it straight back. Took an opportunity there to pull the trigger on it. Torrey 1 for 2, had a double his last time up. Was stranded over at third. A full count. Tyler Chatwood's night appears to be done. Takahashi still loosening. Torrey hits one out toward left center field. Fold giving chase. So is Ruggiano. It's Ruggiano making the catch. And Fold diving in front of him. And there's the first down of the inning.
Well, that could have been a dangerous play. Center fielder's baseball. Fold coming sliding in. That was a nice play, squared up very well by Torrey Hunter, but a nice play out in center field by Ruggiano. Able to get to that ball as Fold was sliding underneath him.
Two very good at-bats for Torrey Hunter the last two times up. Here's Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo 0 for 2. The ground ball to second, a fly ball to center. No balls, 2 strikes. A 3-2 count that David Price had on Torrey Hunter, the first 3-ball count that he's had in this game. That's how good he has been throwing strikes. 97 pitches thus far.
Boy, a ton of 0-2 counts. It's a great velocity on that 4-seam fastball. .69 strikes out of his 98 pitches.
Broken bat foul into the seats. That barrel ends up down beyond the dugout on the third base side.
And with that 4-seam fastball, it's in that trademark area that shatters the bat.
See, it goes over the railing there to the Major League Baseball person who records it, logs it. They put a holographic sticker on it. Game used back. Legit. That's how it happens nowadays. I know you're wondering that.
Yes.
It's over to Rodriguez. Low throw, dug out by Kochman. 2 outs.
Now it's time for a Land Rover performance. David Price has been outstanding throughout this game, and in the 5th inning in particular, in which he was throwing the ball extremely well. 2-seam fastball against Mark Trumbo. Jeff Mathis looking on a fastball away. Peter Vortis on the curveball, striking out the side in the 5th inning. One of his 6 strikeouts throughout the game so far.
Here's Howie Kendrick with 2 outs, nobody on. Howie 0 for 2. A line out at a strikeout. Tried to hold up, but couldn't. 0-2. The Angels go down in order. 11 in a row retired by David Price. Since that double by Torrey Hunter in the 4th, Rays still leading. Card on the game. David Price, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts. Tyler Chadwick, 7 innings, 4 earned runs as the Angels trail at 5-0. The Halos only 3 base runners. 0 for 5 with men on base. Justin Ruggiano getting the start in center field for B.J. Upton because Upton was ill. Has 3 runs batted in. As the Angels turn the ball over to Hisanori Takahashi. He's thrown the ball a lot better of late.
I think the big reason why he's been able to throw his fastball, first pitch for a strike, made his changeup more effective. His breaking pitch also a lot more effective.
Takahashi did pitch 1/3 of an inning yesterday against the Yankees. All zeros. And here in the 8th inning, he'll face Kochman, Jaso, and Ruggiano. One ball, no strikes on the Rays' first baseman. 0 for 2. Reached on an error and scored a run in the first. Hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Hit a fly ball left in the 6th. Kochman signing a minor league deal with the Rays in the offseason. Called up to the big leagues on April the 8th. He's been there since. Doing a job defensively, putting up the numbers average-wise. 1 and 2 now. Kind of almost a resurgent career for the man, but goes back home. And he's doing it there in the St. Petersburg area.
That's the thing. He's comfortable back at home. He's always had that ability to field his position. He's always trying to be consistent as far as the run production from that first base position.
Two and two the count. The Rays with 2 runs in the first. One was unearned. 2 runs in the 6th inning and then 1 in the 7th. Takahashi taking a little while. Here's the 2-2. Got him looking. There's out number 1. Hey, just 5 more days. Gooby sweating it out till the Tayo Cruz concert following Saturday's Angels game against the Royals. It's all part of the post-game summer concert series presented by SRS Labs in association with Budweiser. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com/concerts.
This is 5 days away?
Just 5 days away, Gooby. That Carlton that you've been doing up in the booth for the last month.
You'll break it out that night.
Bust it out. I hope you do it in the open, too.
Why not?
Right when we come on air.
Be perfect.
As long as you wear some plaid shorts. Break the pitches down low, and it's 1-1. John Jaso with a base hit, a double play ball, and a base hit. 2 for 3. 1 run scored. One ball, 2 strikes. Foul back. Count remains at 1-2. Chav with 7 innings, 5 strikeouts and a walk. 5 runs, 4 earned, 9 hits.
Well, when you look at the box score, you're going to see, well, he didn't pitch real well, but I think Chatwood threw the ball exceptionally well. Should have gave up no runs there in the first inning. Ruggiano hit that home run off, and that was a mistake he made. Fell behind 3-2. Ahead of that count initially. Overthrew a couple pitches, then came in with a fastball. He hit it out. Other than that, he threw the ball exceptionally well.
Jaso goes down swinging, 2 outs.
And now it's time for Coors Light. Cold, hard blast. Speaking of Justin Ruggiano, it's a 3-2 pitch. Fastball. Hits it out. His second home run. A big bat flip, too, when he hit that ball out of the ballpark for a guy with not a lot of home runs. Certainly enjoyed that one. That was a Coors Light cold, hard blast.
There's Ruggiano, who's 2 for 3. Single and a home run, 3 RBIs. So 1 from Takahashi is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the Ruggiano home run. How many total does he have in the big leagues?
I don't know, but it's 2 this year.
4 in his career. I guess that deserves a bat flip. Got enough time.
Yeah.
Guess if you're going to get very little playing time, might as well maximize your exposure.
I guess that is a rule of thumb.
Two-one pitch. Outside. 3 balls and a strike. Wasn't it the catcher last year with the Mariners? Oh, yeah. That was an ultimate bat flip. Full count now.
Always enjoyed that on the mound.
Yeah. Big name guy, too, because I can't remember it.
I don't think he's with them anymore either this year.
No.
As I recall.
No. As Hawk Harrelson would say, he gone. Payoff pitch to Ruggiano. Rolled up the line, backhanded by Callaspo. And Takahashi has a 1-2-3. 8th inning. Halos still trailing. Working diligently and trying to change his approach at the plate, Mark.
Yeah, early in the season, in the month of April, more of a toe tap right here for Mark Trumbo. Right here, you see him tap the toe right there and then go through. But then all of a sudden made that adjustment here in the month of June. And yesterday, in that shot he hit yesterday where he lifts the leg up right there, able to get better balance. Reason why he made that adjustment initially at the beginning part of the year, because he thought because of that, they were going to throw him slow pitches, whether it's curveball, changeup. That toe tap would allow him to stay back longer. But he went back to that higher leg kick because he felt his hands were quick enough to get through, even if he was fooled.
Leading things off here against David Price, who's had an unbelievable game, including having retired the last 11 Halos in a row. Trumbo, Matheson, Borges here in the bottom of the 8th. Mark 0 for 2 with a ground ball to third and strikeout. 3 hits allowed by David Price. 2 singles and 1 double. Boy, just missed off the plate. A 2-ball, 1-strike count. 32,287 in the house. Trumbo hitting one out toward right center field. Ruggiano's not going to get this one. That one is off the wall. Man, Trumbo is strong. The 11th double of the year, and he gets it leading off the 8th.
And that's very difficult to hit a ball that far on a breaking pitch on a cool night like tonight the other way. Talked about that leg kick. You see a good view of that leg kick, still able to stay through it and able to crush that ball on a slow breaking pitch.
I mean, that is just flat out pure strength right there on a slow curveball to be able to hit that ball and have it carry off the top part of the fence in right center field. There's Jeff Mathis. Left-hander Cesar Ramos is up and loosening. 109 pitches thrown by Price. Mathis fouls it off to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jeff 0 for 2 with a fly to right and strikeout in the 5th. Two balls and 1 strike.
With his 4 hits allowed in 7+ innings so far, and that double by Trumbo had broke up that streak of 11 in a row for him. Prior to that Torrey Hunter double.
Falling behind here, 3 balls and 1 strike.
The opportunity to get a base hit with a runner in scoring position. This entire homestand so far, the club is 5 for 32 with runners in scoring position. He's got to chip away here. Not much time left in this game, so you got to get these runs across now in this inning. Some clutch hits.
A full count. Jumbo with a leadoff double is over at second. Mathis chops toward the middle. Nobody can get this one into center field. Trumbo will come in to score. And the Angels get on the board. Rays lead is now 5-1.
Oh, just making contact. Get that ground ball up the middle. Jeff Mathis able to get that base hit with a runner in scoring position and scores a run. Get that first one across for the Halos. Back up the middle. Brignac did his best to try to just knock that ball down to prevent the run, but unable to do so.
It's kind of odd watching Brignac play Mathis to pull against David Price, who's got good fastball tonight. And because of that, just couldn't get to that ball to his left. And it looks like Joe Madd's going to make the move here with nobody out here in the 8th. Ramos ready to go in the pen. David Price ends up going 7 innings plus 2 batters here. And will depart with a man at first. Ramos is coming on. We've got a pitching change here in the 8th. Nobody out. Ramos and Borges to battle it out when we return.
Your local Mazda dealer.
The Angels getting on the board here in the 8th inning, trailing 5-1. Jeff Mathis over at first, picking up his 10th run batted in on a single that went up the middle. Scoring Mark Trumbo, who had a double off David Price. Cesar Ramos comes now into the game against Peter Borges. 0-1 record, a 3.57 ERA. Pitching in his 27th game. 14 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 17 2/3.
It tells you at times the command of the fastball is not there for him, but 9 walks in that 17 2/3 innings pitch. So Peter Borges, we talked about what he needs to do to be successful. Look for the fastball. Don't swing your pitches out of the strike zone, in particular in an off-speed pitch.
Peter's 0 for 2 with a fly ball to left and a strikeout. Breaking ball in the dirt. Mathis stays at first.
We've seen the Angels come back 5-0 down in the 8th inning in Target Field. Get to that bullpen. That's where we're at right now. An opportunity to get back. Make it close. Put some pressure on them.
1 ball, 1 strike, going with a fastball there. The book still not closed on Price with Mathis over at first base. 5 hits in 7+ innings. Two and 1. Rays bullpen 7-6 record with 3.64 ERA. Overall, their ERA is 3.81 as a staff. That's 6th best in the American League. You take a look at Kyle Farnsworth. Borges chopping one to the right side. They go to second, get the lead runner, the relay not in time. So Borges reaches on the fielder's choice, but there's 1 out.
Pretty good turn by the middle infielders for the Rays, but Peter Borges is too quick and down that line prevents a double play ball.
Meiser Sturis 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. Breaking ball upstairs. This one popped up down the first base line. Zobrist and Kochman. Kochman can't make the catch. I think Casey thought that Zobrist was going to continue to cut across and make the running play. Much easier play for the second baseman.
Exactly, easier one because you're the first baseman. You're going back because you're holding on the base runner and you're running back and looking over your shoulders. You wait for Zobrist to call him off, and Zobrist is in position to be able to do so. Call him off, easier play for him.
The at-bat continues for Asturias. Now at 1 ball, 1 strike. Borges with the stolen base yesterday. Now has 8 on the year, having been caught 4 times. Kochman holding him on over at first. A throw over there. Peters back. Very deliberate move by Ramos. Meiser chasing a pitch out of the strike zone. It's 1-2. Ramos, a first-round pick of the Padres back in '05 out of Long Beach State. traded over to the Rays, part of that Jason Bartlett deal this past offseason. Two balls, two strikes. Pretty firm fastball there at 94.
There's a changeup and a sweeping slider also. We'll throw a curveball here.
Mysterious one around, 2 outs.
Great location in that breaking pitch. Meister unable to hold back. A real good view of the rotation of that pitch, but also make that adjustment as a hitter because you know that pitch is going to be down and in with the rotation of that ball the way it was breaking.
Unlike David Price's curveball, Zybar swings the first pitch, bounces it over to Rodriguez. Price says it get it over breaking pitch. Ramos really sharp bite. The Angels do get on the board, but after 8, Rays up 5-1. One. Isunori Takahashi back out for another inning of action. He had a 1-2-3 8th inning, including a couple of strikeouts of Kochman and Jaso. Here in the 9th, it'll be Fold, Rodriguez, and Brignac. Sam Fold 0 for 3 tonight. Fly ball out, a strikeout, and a ground out. One out. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Halos in jeopardy of dropping their 3rd consecutive game. But with Texas losing tonight to Detroit, will remain 4.5 back as Asturias will get rid of this one quickly. Fold is the first down here tonight. Hey fans, groups of 25 or more can enjoy exciting Angels baseball for as low as $6 per seat. Make your plans to be part of the 50th anniversary celebration. And book your group outing today by calling 888-796-HALO by visiting angels.com/groups. No balls and a strike here on Sean Rodriguez, who's 0 for 3 tonight.
Boy, great changeup by Takahashi away.
Oh, 2. Down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Takahashi, as we pointed out when he came into this game, throwing the ball much better. A lot more strikes, getting ahead of it, guys. Just missed in, I should say. Reed Brignac on deck. But Rodriguez susceptible to that off-speed pitch, twice going down, once looking, once swinging.
Well, you would think after that slider in, throw a changeup away, have a chance to get him out.
Another 2-2. Got him. Off-speed pitch. 2 outs.
Boy, great pitch. You said that change will be a perfect spot away after that slider down and in. It was a great location, good speed. 81-mile-an-hour changeup gets a swing and miss.
Five up, 5 down for Hisanori Takahashi, including 3 strikeouts. Here comes Reed Brignac. He's been on base all 3 times. 3 singles. Had a bunt base hit the last time. First 3-hit game of the season. Taka's thrown 28 pitches, 17 for strikes. This one will slice foul. So it's 2-1. The Angels in the 9th inning have the heart of their order coming up. Abreu, Hunter, and Callaspo.
Looks like Farnsworth is going to be coming in the game for him.
2-2.
Boy, elevated that fastball at 89s. Good fastball. Takahashi today. Also, assortment of off-speed pitches.
Two on its way. Got him looking on the outside corner. What a performance by Hisanori Takahashi. 2 innings and 4 strikeouts. Here at the bottom of the 9th, the Angels down by 4. See every Angels game live or on demand on your computer as well as your favorite devices. MLB.TV Premium lets you enjoy HD quality home and away coverage, multi-game view, and the ability to pause and rewind live games. Visit Angels.com to order. Get more details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Kyle Farnsworth pitching in his 25th game, a 2-0 record, a 1.35 ERA. 11 saves on the season for Kyle.
Above average fastball, 92 to 95. Doesn't throw that 100-mile-an-hour fastball like he did when he first came up, but occasionally will throw that four-seam fastball at 97. Above average slider, changeup.
Abreu, Hunter, and Callasco. Farnsworth taking over for Ramos, who did a nice job at his one inning, including a strikeout. Bobby tonight 0 for 3. Ground out, a line out, and a fly ball to center. Rays with 5 runs, 9 hits, having left 4 on base. The Angels 1 run, 5 hits. 1 error and 4 left on as well. Bobby takes a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, and 2, and again, Bobby doesn't seem to like the call of Wally Bell, the home plate umpire. And Bobby goes down swinging for round number 1.
Got him with a changeup. That's certainly not a pitch if you're a hitter you're looking for against Farnsworth with that fastball mid-90s and that good sharp slider. So far this season been very effective as far as throwing strikes. He's only walked 1 batter this season so far in 20 innings.
A sinking fastball at 95 misses down low. Torrey 1 for 3. He had a double in the 4th inning. Pretty good drive to the alley at left center field, and Ruggiano caught up too as he bounces this one to short. Brignac is there. 2 outs. The Angels down to the last out here. Mentioned the Tigers beating Texas 13-7, so lost tonight. The Angels would remain 4.5 back in the American League West, but dropping 2 games under 500. And a 1-3 start to this homestand, which to date would be the longest homestand of the year. Casper takes down low. Alberto 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs and 1 fly ball to center. Tyler Chadwood, 7 innings, 5 runs, 4 earned. He would stand to take the loss. But his ERA jumps up from 3.64 at the start of the game to 3.79. Going back to that first inning that really should still have been no runs on the board had Ibar made the catch. Callasco fielded a ground ball. Things would have changed in that first inning, but as it goes, especially against a tough pitcher like David Price, you dig yourself a hole. Price just took advantage of it and never looked back. Price pitching into the 8th inning, striking out 7. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, you can't afford to give away runs, especially when you're facing an ace like David Price, and who was in tremendous rhythm from the very first pitch of the game. Three-two, ground ball to third. Callasco breaking the bat.
And the Angels go down in order here in the ninth, and the Rays take game one of the series by the final of 5-1.
I think when you look back at this game, you just got to think in terms of we have to play a little bit better defense to start the game. You can't give away an extra out. Above all, some better approaches at the plate. You cannot fall behind when you're facing a guy like a David Price. Later on in the series, you're going to face a James Shields, same type of pitcher, and Cobb tomorrow. You just can't give away runs.
David Price picks up the win. Chadwood the loss. No save. The Angels drop the first one 5-1. For Mark Kubas and our entire crew, here's the Big A. I'm Victor Rojas. We thank you for watching Angels baseball on Fox Sports West. We invite you to stick around as Angels Live post-game edition is coming up next.